You know, I've been around the block, and something that I've learned about folks that work in the financial advice industry is that they don't say the quiet part out loud unless the doors are closed. This is what they say behind closed doors. I'm Casey Marx, founder of Crown Haven, Bull Baron, and Pinecone. I've spent 60,000 hours with real families, 13 years on radio, television, years inside the rooms where the top producers swap their secrets. I built Pinecone because what I heard behind closed doors was unforgivable, and I refused to let it stand. Subscribe, share, follow me at Real Casey A. Marx on X, YouTube. We're coming to a theater near you, folks. Let's go where the microphones usually aren't. If you want to understand this industry, don't watch the ads. Listen to what they say when you can't hear them. The brochures tell you relationship. The stage shows tell you service. Behind closed doors, the training is on conversion. All right, here's a story. So I'm on a set. I'm filming a TV segment for Retire Shield TV. And during a break, this 27-year-old kid, Arrogant, he's a rising star, starts bragging. He's just rolled up in a matte black G-Wagon. He's telling me about how he's got a case of Rolexes at home, 12 to be exact. He's doing 9-digit annual production. I mean, this dude is bringing in millions and millions and millions of dollars annually. And the truth about somebody like that is they don't have the wisdom to understand what they're doing. When you're 27 bringing in $100 million annually and you're selling an insurance product and you're making 8%, he made $8 million. He thinks he's awesome. The devil got a hold of this kid. The venom that came out of this kid's mouth, man. I don't service my clients. I sell them the dream, then I move on. If they won't sign with me in the first meeting, I tell them to get lost. I hate my clients. Quotes. Now here's the interesting part. Everybody hears him. The production team, folks that work at this kid's office, nobody pushes back because everybody is financially tied to the production of this kid. Another young advisor there, somebody who graduated with a double major in macro and microeconomics from Wake Forest University, and who, by the way, is twice the size of this little punk, looks absolutely sick to his stomach and just dejected. Because guess who gets to clean up the mess after this kid lies to people? 2 years later, I hire that guy, the one who looked sick to his stomach, the one with the actual degrees in macro. He's now one of my VPs of advisory at Crown Haven. In some rooms, man, arrogance isn't a red flag, it's a resume, and that's a problem. Here's another one, and this is sick. Now, I'm a man of faith. Every morning, I don't know where my planner's at right now, every morning I read my own personal mission, vision, core values, just like we have them at our office here, surrounding, lifting people up. I'm a faith-based person. I believe it's my job to serve. Now this person's a faith-based closer. He's got the blue-collar vibe going on. He's working in the rural areas. It's like the politician that rolls up his sleeves when he knows he's going to be out in rural Iowa or something. He's driving the worn-down truck. He's got a folksy cadence to him. He's doing prayers in the conference room with the prospective clients. Now we're at this event and I'm the top slated speaker, and he has been asked to speak because, you know, he brought in $35 million or something the year before, and he's one guy, so everybody thinks he's awesome. And backstage he tells me, proud as a frickin' marketing slogan. Here's my secret. You just browbeat them until they say yes. Now there's a reason that literally 50% of the people that say yes to this man say no to this man 3 days later. But the people that just don't say no are locked into products they don't understand. He locked these fearful retirees over the past decade into products that they had no clue how they worked, and left them out one of the biggest bull runs of the last decade, and he got paraded on stages as a result. Piety is not a plan. This is probably my favorite one. It goes back to the beginning of my business, back when we had a really little office. It was just me. And I had a local, nationally known representative from a company ask for a meeting with me. And so I took it. I knew he was trying to do intelligence on what I was doing because I was doing something different. And he visits my office and I explain how we educate clients, how I show them the mechanics of how things work, how I align all of the parts of what we're doing with what they're trying to do for themselves, because Their qualitative desires, what they want their life to look like, should really lead the dance. And then my job is to use the appropriate tools to create the outcome for them. And if they understand that, if they understand why I've chosen what I've chosen in order to help them reach their destination, then I feel like I have executed my mission. Now I explain this to him and he shrugs and he shakes his head and I just tell him the time. I don't teach him how the clock is built. To this day, I still use that language in the opposite. I say, we're going to teach you how the clock is built. We're not just going to tell you the time. So I thank him for that because he gave me that line, which is very important because that's exactly what we do here. But I walked him out because authority without education is control. And that's what this man was trying to do to people. This is the industry's playbook. This is what they train on. This is not what they tell you. What is taught is how to mirror body language, how to extract your pain points, frame, control, how to isolate your objections, how to close you in a first meeting to maintain better efficiency of time and energy, how to craft a discovery script that is engineered to pre-sell you. What is not taught is sequence of returns risk, or income architecture, or tax-aware withdrawal strategies, asset location before you even get to allocation, how to integrate estates with insurance, with healthcare, with taxation, how to reverse engineer multi-decade outcomes using error propagation calculus. Why? Because the system rewards volume, conversion, scale, recurring revenue. You ask questions about ethics? You're a problem child. You hit a quota, you are keynote material. Here's the machine basically end to end. Broker-dealers push products they already have on their shelves. Insurance marketers train closers, not planners. Banks chase deposit quotas and cross-sell you. Media platforms monetize whoever pays to look smart. Third-party authority factories sell ghost-written books, paid features, shiny awards. And the result is that this is production-first economic. The more you sell, the more you're celebrated. Stewardship isn't trending. Scale is. It's not built to serve the client. It's built to serve the guy masquerading as the guy serving the client. Why does this matter for clients and for good advisors? If you're a client, it's really hard to tell who was trained to advise versus who was trained to convert. And if you're a good advisor, you've already felt that pressure to compromise. But an exit ramp exists. You just have to choose it. I chose mine. In 2017, I was taken to the equivalent of the financial industry's Death Star. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it was a big headquarters and the red carpet was rolled out, man. And I was offered the dream, literally. You'd already know my face. And when I said no to joining that machine, as soon as I said no, my trip ended 8 hours early. I was driven to the airport, dropped off, and I waited for 6 hours for that flight. That's the day I decided to build Pinecone. Train David-style firms to beat Goliath with truth. Write this down because you have to decode the culture of the people you are working with before you sign on the line which is dotted. Ask these questions in your first meeting. Will you teach me how my plan works? Taxes, income, risk, estate, or just tell me the time? How many households do you personally serve? Who's my named backup if you reach capacity? What are your service standard operating procedures? Are you a 24/7 fiduciary in writing? Who pays you on each tool? How does that affect my plan? I want to see the written coordination between investments, taxes, estate, insurance, healthcare. I want to see how that all works. And tell me a little bit about the last family crisis that you stewarded somebody through and exactly how you handled it. If this confirmed what you've been suspecting, you're not crazy. You're paying attention. A lot of you are doing it yourself because of this, which I've already covered. You're just paying attention, but you should share this with somebody who's shopping for an advisor, clicking on the smart asset links, and you should tell them the questions to ask. Next, I'm going to talk about the licensing lie, because this one's a big one. Until then, like, subscribe, share. Grab the book when it comes out. Truth be told.